In life and death, everything about David was outstanding. He lived an amazing 46 years. He was the kind of activist who made personal relationships with every member of the community. And it seems to me that it was difficult for David to advocate for the rights of LGBTQ Ugandans without taking time to make friendships with each and every one of them. This was an attribute that drew me close to David. I had just graduated from Makerere University in Uganda. I had dreams, but activism was none of them. As fate would have it, I met a group of young, passionate individuals who inspired me right from the very moment I met them. The year was 2003, and we started Freedom and Roam Uganda, which is now the only lesbian organization in Uganda. The following year, in 2004, we formed Sexual Minorities Uganda, and this is how I met David. That was 7 years ago. And with him and several other activists, we have built and organized a movement together. David was everyone's friend, and to most of us, he's a father. I don't know a single day that David called me by my name. He always said my daughter. And every LGBT person in Uganda feels the same way. This is not the time for us to grieve his death, but it's time to celebrate his life. Don't ever forget David. He never wanted to see people cry. He wanted to make everyone happy. David said, open quote, "I can't run away and leave the people I'm protecting. People might die, but me, I will be the last one to run out of here." Close quote. David did not run, and he died. We cannot leave his work undone. No doubt David's brave words will resonate with activists and community organizers all over the world, because we no longer have the privilege to be passionate spectators. One thing is absolutely certain. We must do something. We must do something. We must never abandon hope for fear. Dear David, in honor of the sacrifice you've made for all of us, we will do our part to build the movement you helped propel forward by daring to be bold enough for those who do not have the privilege to be bold. We will continue to push through our fear to be visible to those who need to see us, to speak to those who need to hear us, to support those who need our support. In honor of your work and all the others who have died before and will continue to die after you, we will never stop speaking. We will never stop fighting. Your death will not be in vain. To my fellow activists, whether or not you are part of the LGBT community, it's your responsibility to stand in solidarity with the human rights organizations that are fighting against the injustices committed against LGBTQ Africans. David is just one of too many. We still need hope. Do not join the ranks of sympathizers who sit cross-legged on their sofas as they watch the daily news. David said, open quote, "We just need some resources to cause awareness. We have already done it in the past year. It's because of the awareness of the anti-homosexuality bill that dialogue is coming up. And although, on the other hand, I wouldn't mind anyone dying, I have always told people that when religion came to Uganda, before people died, it never took root. When you plant a seed, before it dies, it won't produce. Some of us, I know, we are going to die. I know, but at least that will begin." Sentence breaks, end of quote. We begin by taking action today. It will not be easy, but we can, and yes, we will. Let's honor David by standing up against the injustices committed against LGBT Ugandans. Let us condemn the anti-homosexuality bill, and let us remind the government of Uganda to protect the rights of its citizens without discrimination.